RTX 5090, two platforms, Octaspace and Vast.ai. But which one makes me more money? Stay tuned to find out. Well, I've been running Vast.ai for, almost 2 years now. So I have a lot of experience with it and I really like the platform. But there's a lot of other platforms that have been popping up, including Octaspace. So I decided to give it a try, and we'll be looking at the setup complexity, how stable is it? And then most of all, is it profitable? So the one thing I did with this setup though, is I did it on my Unraid server on a VM. So I can always switch back to Vast. That was really important to me because that particular VM was verified. So switching it over to Octaspace, I didn't want to lose that. So I have the ability to switch right back. By the end of the video, I'll let you know what I've decided to do. So as I just mentioned, I set up a VM on an Unraid server with the RTX 5090. So with setting that up, I set it up via GPU pass-through to allow full use of the 5090. So nothing else on the Unraid server can use that 5090. It is only dedicated to that VM. Okay, so the first thing I needed to do was to create the space for the actual install. I'd recently upgraded this Unraid server, so I had plenty of disk space for this. First thing is I just named it, gave it a description, told it which drive to go to. In this case, it goes to the cache drive. I pinned it to 8 processors. So basically it's taking 8 out of the 16 cores for this particular VM. Then going down, a couple other things I needed to do. Needed to specify the memory. I specified 64 gig of memory, which technically is 65.536. 1028 times 64 comes up to that. Specify OVMF, which is UEFI. At some point I specified, there's the OS, Ubuntu 22.04.5, which I already had on this server. So I just pulled directly from that for the install. Changed the boot order initially to 1. Now it's at 2, but the OS installs CD-ROM, even though it's in it. Changed that to 1 until the install was done. And then I changed it back to 2 with the primary virtual disk being boot 1. Let's see, what else did I change? Obviously, I made the graphics card the 5090 so that is passed through automatically. It's one of the nice things about this is that it is really easy to set up GPU pass through on this particular hypervisor. And then I set up the sound card again, linked to the GPU. And that's pretty much it. When you initially do this, you do specify the disk space, and I think I did 650 gig. Which was plenty of space for what I was trying to do. So did all that and then basically hit create. So obviously I've already created it. So I'm just looking at what was already here. And then restart the VM or start the VM for the first time. It will then go into the Ubuntu 22.04 install. And I install server, not desktop. So installing server, and the install that I did originally, I did the Vast.ai install, which is a certain way of doing the disk allocation. You don't need to do that. This is way easier. Just pretty much accept all the defaults except uncheck LVM, and then make sure that you check the box for installing the SSH server. Those are really the two critical steps when you're installing the actual Ubuntu OS. So I did not install Hive OS. That's another option. You can install all this via Hive OS. I installed it directly, which was really easy once I took the easier route in installing Ubuntu. So once I had done that, the instructions are really easy. Basically, you just need to install the driver, the 5090 driver, which is sudo apt NVIDIA, I forget. But anyway, it's actually on the Okta documentation page of exactly how to do this, but just know it's installing the driver and then skipped all the stuff about storage and all that other stuff and jump down to the Okta install. Those are really the only two steps. It's really, really simple to get this thing installed. So once you do that, then you are given a unique node token. Again, follow the instructions, and super, super easy to then put that node token into the Okta system so that they recognize that as your node. And then after that, there's a thing called Octaspace Cube that can show you your particular node, as well as then be able to see all of your service sessions as well. It's basically like a Chrome app. It's the way that I've been able to keep track of my earnings. I can download the earnings and such. All right, before I go into the earnings comparison, if you're enjoying this video, isn't it your responsibility to hit the like button and subscribe? Okay, thank you. With that out of the way, what do the earnings look like? Well, they're kind of not horrible. Okta was making about $3.69 a day over 11 days. But over those 11 days, it was very, very up and down. So $3.69 doesn't sound bad, but when I look at the last few days, it looks like there's a lot less demand, as well as a lot more 5090s on the network waiting for work. So that's typical of a smaller platform. So it's not Okta's fault. There's been a lot of people covering Okta, so a lot of people have been jumping on board. So really it's about a timing issue. So I expect that their demand will jump up, but for right now, it's not great right now for adding additional 5090s at least. If we look at Vast over that same period, these are the two GPUs that I have on Vast. One does really well. The other one had a little trouble getting its footing. Lately, it's been rented most of the time, so its actual per day over these 11 days actually was better towards the tail end than it was towards the beginning. In fact, in the beginning, like the first 5-6 days, Octaspace was actually doing better than that particular GPU. Now, it's not. It's actually not even close. So right now, over those 11 days, the worst of the two, which by the way is only a 6-core processor, not 8 cores like I have allocated to the Octaspace VM. So it's at a somewhat of a disadvantage in configuration, so maybe not quite as wanted. But even so, it's making 511 versus the 369. Now my other 5090 that is on an 8-core, that one's making $7.65, so doing much better than, in fact, making just a little bit more than twice as much as what Octaspace is currently making for me. So what am I going to do going forward? Yeah, you probably guessed it. I'm moving that back to Vast.ai. I am going to keep the Octaspace VM so that I can go back to it at some point. But for right now, I want to put it back on Vast. I want to see how quickly I can cash in on what seems to be a little bit better 5090 demand currently. So we're going to go that direction for now. So overall, the pros for Octaspace, it's a decentralized, potentially higher payouts, and it's a new growth opportunity. But the cons, it's an early stage platform and there's more limited job availability. As far as Vast.ai goes, they just have a larger established demand pool. So your demand is gonna be more steady on Vast.ai. But you tell me, what is your favorite GPU rental platform? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you're in need of help with setup or growth plans, I have a limited number of one-on-one sessions each week. Go ahead and book one. The link is in the description. I hope you found this video helpful, and as always, no tabs were harmed in the making of this video. Have a good one.